What's up, y'all? This is your boy Shatek, the producer. We're back on Conversations on Film with Shatek. We're here again with Jada G.
Hey, what's up, all my boos and babes and everybody?
and JC the Light.
Sir, we here, baby.
The changed individual.
Yes. Transformation. The black butterfly. He's leaving
the spiritual healer,
yes.
the love doctor.
Ooh.
I'm here.
I'll
Okay.
be here for it.
Wealth is Health podcast coming soon.
That's a fact.
Right.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Trademark that shit right now.
All right. So listen, we're going to get back into like some kind of relationship stuff, right?
Okay.
So we seen in the news lately that Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, was saying that she was having sex with her husband for 23 years, 4 times a day. The whole marriage.
How many times?
4.
4.
4.
In the 24-hour day?
Yep.
Okay.
Breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner.
I know that shit right.
So,
God bless her cootie cat.
how do you feel about that, Jada, being the female on the panel
first?
today?
Woo! Well, first off, shout out to you bitches who humping on the daily 4 times a day, because she's not alone. There are some people who feel that they need to be physically intimate with their partner. And I don't think it's nothing particularly wrong with that. However, I'm talking for the people like myself who, where my job is, I really got to go like 9 to 5, clock in, come home, take care of kids. So I don't know how much time I got to be humping around 4 times a day. I might can give you a solid 4 times in a week. I'll try to push for 5. But I feel like also when it comes to a Larsa Pippen, you also have to understand the dynamics of who she was married to, okay? She was married to Scottie V. Pippen, who at the time when they got together was a better duo of Michael Jordan. So he had holes in different area codes. When you are in a relationship and you get with people in a certain way, you have to be accustomed to doing some things strange to keep your change. And I'm pretty sure that was first and foremost in her mind. Like, I remember my mother telling me all the time, the way to keep your man is before he go out, fuck him. Because if you don't, you got to make sure his balls is empty before he go out into the world, because he could fall to temptation.
All right, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a little taxing on the woman.
A little, you think?
Right? It could be a little taxing on the woman. But the thing is, would you, in your mindset, would you be okay with that?
For Scottie Pippen and Scottie Pippen's salary? Yes.
Yeah, but see, that's crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's
you
fine.
You asked me a question, I just answered.
No, it's fine, but it would have to be his salary and his status in order for you to do something like that. Why wouldn't it be the same?
Because I'm going to tell you why. Her only job at that point was to fuck her husband. She had kids. Let me finish. She had kids. She also, if you watch them, she has a nanny. Mm-hmm. She is depicting this lifestyle where there is more luxury. She has more time. She has more resources. She has more advantages. So her number one job, I'm sorry, is keeping her husband content. And when you goes kind of back to that where it costs to be the boss. When you can make your woman a housewife where she is totally a housewife, then that means that basically her family and her husband first. If you really follow the traditions of God, husband, then children, he is at the foremost of her priorities. So if keeping him happy, keeping him satisfied is sexually pleasing him, that's her job. She ain't got no other job, Tommy.
They was married while he was in the league?
Right after. Like right when he was right when he wasn't at the height of his Bulls, he was like, this is when after Michael Jordan retired and he went to other teams. Yes, he married her.
But he still was in the league. So
he still was right. He was in the league.
That means that they don't live together the whole year. That means that he's on the road a lot. So if they allegedly having sex 4 times a day, that means it's basically makeup for the times he's not there.
Hold on, but let me tell you this.
Okay.
Let me tell you this.
Let's look at that.
She said that they had a private jet and she went everywhere with him during that time.
And
because Because he probably was already got that out of his system, fucking all them hoes. So, what, he's like 60-something years old now?
I don't mean shit.
He ain't no 60.
Who? Scottie Pippen?
Scottie Pippen definitely 60.
He's like
or about
50s.
Nah, Michael Jordan is
we're
what?
gonna fact check this.
Yeah, okay, fact checker. He's close to 60 if he ain't.
What if I said she's...
Oh, he's 57. Sorry.
Exactly. What if I said she's Cap, and to make herself look better because of what she's doing, of what she's dating? Oh my God. Yo, this is what I'm saying, right? People fall into this trap all the time, right? She's dating his teammate's son.
Ooh,
His tag teammate.
So now to make herself look better now, she know that how people look at us. So you know what? For me not to make myself look bad, I'm going to say, you know what? I was the best wife. I mean, I gave Scottie Pippen my box for 4 times a day. Because that's better on your resume than just saying like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Scottie divorced, and I just messed with his best friend, his teammate's
son.
That
she was
that's
around.
That's beyond
she was around
grimy.
him. They said.
What makes that grimy? What makes that grimy? Because I'm gonna tell you something.
On the same
I'm gonna tell you something.
See what I'm saying?
Scottie Pippen was fucking Michael Jordan's daughter, there would not be that much scrutiny.
Yes,
there
it
would.
would.
It would absolutely.
He would have got
not.
bodied. What are you
Absolutely
talking about,
would
man?
not. No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have.
Yo, what?
They would have said something and we would have moved it along. Because whenever it's a woman, it's looked at differently. There is a whole different spectrum. At the end of the day, it's a son.
Michael is clapping Scottie's daughter, and it's cool. They would have smoked him up too.
They let Karl Malone still host the NBA after fucking a 13-year-old. I think it would be okay if he fucked Michael Jordan's grown daughter.
Did Elvis
moving
Presley
around
do
and
the
moving
same
along.
thing?
I'm
just asking a question. I'm asking a question.
Here we
You have to remember, like I said before, the Virgin and Mary was 13.
And they're all pedophiles. They're all pedophiles.
Before our time, they was.
It's not, no, they were then too, but it's just that it wasn't checked.
Pedophile to who?
Pedophile to, is it a, would you fuck a 13-year-old?
Absolutely not.
Then it's a pedophile to you.
But that's
moving around
me, though.
and moving along.
Hold on. Before our time, it's documented that as soon as a woman has their dot, they're able to get popped.
Yep.
This is before I was born, before all of us was born.
But that's the thing about, you know what else happened before we was born? Slavery. As we evolve, we know better, we do better.
But it's still slavery.
But slavery was still wrong, it was still atrocious, and it's still atrocious for a grown man, a grown old man to want to have sex with a 13-year-old, period.
All right, so listen. All right, so back to that, right? Jordan and Pippen had beef too, right?
Still do.
So do you feel like, yo, this is like, what's going through Pippen's mind? Like, now, my arch nemesis fucking son is fucking my ex-wife. My wife, probably at the time. Like, first of all, she went from Future, then she went to Homeboy,
if
right?
Young Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you.
So,
sensational. Larson for these streets. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't feel bad. Like, this is what you chose, my boy. What did you think? You was umpteen years older than her, okay? This is what happens when men buy fantasy versus what they really should be settling in reality. This is what you wanted, and you got what you wanted, and it didn't fizzle out, and now she has to reclaim who's going to claim her. Don't forget that, like, do I look at the optics and say, shit, damn, maybe she could have picked Isaiah Thomas' son. I don't know. But here it is. She fell in love with little MJ, right?
But it's like...
But she has to now find someone because she's in her late 40s. And the irony is that most men who are 40 or 50 don't want to date the 40-year-old woman. They want to date the 30-year-old woman.
All right, but we talking about the lineage. How do you say it?
The lineage, legacy, right. The legacy.
The legacy of the whole Scottie and Jordan, like, that's just like that. Like, and then for you to turn around and date his son. Your ex-husband of 23 years, teammate, it was their... It's the legacy, like when
they go visit Michael Jordan, like his picture probably behind them.
Yes, they're together.
I got something better for y'all, though.
Woo,
Do you know that she used to mess with Malik Beasley as well?
Yeah.
Do you know that Malik Beasley and Scottie Pippen Jr. on the same team?
Stop your lies.
I put it on my life. They own the Lakers.
Well,
I put it on my life.
listen, she
Malik
wants...
Beasley, her son, like, these girls are amazing.
No, it's not girls. This is a grown ass
grown woman. But like I said, right?
Woman.
It's Women's History Month, and this is the highlight.
We're not gonna do this.
This is their highlight.
I feel bamboozled. Now I feel set up. We even talking about this.
It's Women's History Month, and
shout out to the women.
It's Escape versus SWV.
Shout out to your finger waves. I see you, girl.
All the women independent. No, yo, right. It is Women's History Month, and is
so. All right, so it's crazy. All right,
I think that I'm not justifying it. I think it's a very weird situation. Would I do it? No, but at the end of the day, it's giving hurt. It's giving, I'm going to get you back. And I don't know what he could have done. Maybe he didn't do anything. But just from I spy with my little eye, it's giving, I'm going to give you what you gave me in some form.
It's like now nobody wants to adapt and adjust to the new music these days, right? But people have to adapt and adjust to men and women are unfortunately the same. Because if Scottie Pippen was doing all of that, he would be the man. Right?
And would.
That's a fact. He would be the man. But now when Larissa does it, she's a pop. Not saying she's not, but I'm just saying being that she's doing it, it's not going to be as credible as if a man did it.
Agreed.
She's going to get downgraded like, yo, you're wild. How do you do that? But if a man did it, he would be the man. Everybody give him a 5. They'd be like celebrating with him.
I mean, this is par for the course that women have to go through in women's history and everyone.
And she's really going through a lot of history. Yeah, proceed.
So what if the roles was reversed, right, JC? And she wanted to have sex with you 4 times a day, all the time, and you got to go to work and you got to do everything else. Like, how could you? First of all, do you think it was her job to do this? Like,
her obligations.
Her obligations.
Like I said, first of all, I think she's capped because even when I get a haircut, no one's trying to have sex with me 4 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, my nigga. Like, no matter how many checks come in, no one's trying to have sex with anybody 4 times a day. Maybe once in the blue, but let's be serious. Scottie Pippen never been to jail. Never been to Rikers Island. Stop. Like, there's not no 4 times in one day. And I don't believe that.
You don't believe it? Like, do you not believe it to be consistently all the time, or do you believe like maybe
that's impossible?
They're average. Impossible.
4 times?
4 times.
Maybe 3. 4 is like, yo.
A day for 23 years.
And remind you, they're not on no Dr. Sebi diet. Like, they're just, this is just, no, I don't trust them. No.
Maybe they're taking a magic
But you know, he's a ball player, so he was very conditioned to probably do all of that all the time.
This is true.
Yeah, when you conditioned, you're not gonna cream that many times.
You don't. How do you know?
Who's to say that they're creaming?
I'm telling you,
and
bro.
That's
What are you talking about?
I'm
a veteran.
When the last time you been in basketball shape?
It's been a little minute. It's been a little minute. But even if you're right, my cap. Listen, when I was in basketball shape, it wasn't even 3 times, bro.
Why?
Because that's just, we're black and our life is not like that.
I mean, it's possible though.
See?
But his life is different. He's more financially stable than we was.
Right. They got more time.
More time, but not. I'd rather her say sometimes, we did 4 times. But when you say all the time, every time, like, she's just trying to make herself look good because she know what she's doing is not right. So she want people to make it seem like, Larissa's not that bad. She was a good wife to Scottie Pippen. Why did he leave her? Why did they get divorced?
He just probably was busting her shit so much that it felt like 4 times a day.
Let's get a rundown of how that day goes. Wake up, I clap, 8. 1 p.m., I clap again. Eat. Okay. Dinner's coming. All right, that's 3 max. 4?
Little nightcap.
Nah, stop, bro. Stop.
I don't know.
Like,
listen,
stop. She's lying.
I don't know if they are. I feel like if your sex life is that I don't know what's the word. Active. Yeah, thank you. If it's that active, like, God bless you. again, it goes back to, now, were you doing it because you totally enjoyed having sex with your husband?
Or was it a job?
Was it a job? I feel like it was a job.
Every day is probation.
Every day. I love you for that. Every day.
Don't forget that.
So
she was on
would
her
you be
J.O.B.
able to would you be able to do that in the other in the reverse role, with if she wanted to have sex with you 4 times a day and like require that of you?
Yeah, bro, at the end of the day, I feel that to me, my wife is attractive.
Right.
Right? So, yes, I'm always ready to ride. That's a fact. There's beef, I'm here. You feel me?
Right.
So, like,
do you feel like all the stuff that she's doing right now is a ploy to keep her in the spotlight to make money because she's about to lose her child support?
Absolutely.
Of course, because Scottie Pippen and hers doesn't have that many funds anymore. That's
Why not?
a fact. They just don't. I'm pretty sure he didn't make great investments.
He said he didn't.
All right. See, look, I ain't feel what I'm saying. Come on, man. I didn't even know he didn't make great investments, but he said that.
That's what he said.
He didn't make great investments. He's talking bad about somebody that was great, right? And now his ex-wife is dealing with the great son. So how do you think he sleeps at night, son?
I don't think he's feeling great.
He's not.
Right. I mean, he's 10 years older than her. He got to expect she's still like, he's still listening to Young Miami and shit. So
City Girls up 1,000 points after this shit.
That's crazy.
You got to charge it up to the game, and at the end of the day, you can always get somebody new.
Yeah, she's on Housewives and everything now.
Yeah, she's up. She good.
Well, I mean,
she should say thank you to him, like how Kim Kardashian should say thank you to.
Then she got the legend.
She has. I'm pretty sure she has, but it's like I now have to sustain this lifestyle you gave me. You understand? And how did I get this lifestyle? Through my box. How do I sustain it? Through my box.
She's black. What is she?
She's like Armenian or Turkish.
Very interesting. Where's Dr. Umar Johnson at?
Is she Kim Kardashian? She's one of those girls.
Well, you can't say she's Kim Kardashian.
No, I'm talking about no, not in the sense of.
Oh yes, yeah.
Talking about
because she actually groomed the Kardashians to be who they are, but that's another story and another day.
Who?
Okay?
Who?
Larsa.
How?
What do you mean how? Larsa.
She's older.
Larsa and Kim. Backstory on them really quickly. Larsa and Kim were friends way before Kim found the fame. Larsa kind of Kim emulated her life on Larsa because Larsa already had the money. She had the connections. She had the little girl. Like she had the body. She started getting the Botox first. Kim says it. So, she surpassed her, of course, but Larsa was Big Stepper, Lemon Pepper.
So in a relationship now, right? She says this, right? She's 48 years old, whatever the case may be.
She look good too,
right? Now that she's with Jordan's son, right?
That's sad. He ain't even got no name. Go ahead.
Jordan's son. What is his name?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Oh, his name Marcus? I thought it was Mike.
Marcus.
My bad.
Marcus. So Marcus Jordan, he like shit. She was giving them 4 times. Now I'm trying to get 2 in a day, and she's not with it. Like, how he's supposed to feel?
I put that on my life. He's like, yo, real talk. If she did that, he respects them, and he's not even trying to compete.
I feel like Marcus is taking it down for his father because let's be real. He's not. You're not trying to have a life with this woman. She's kind of past her prime. Her eggs about to be powdered soon. And it's no disrespect to women who are older in age, because I feel like to get older is a God's grace and gift. So let me put that out. But what I'm saying is a man that's 32 years old,
he's gonna want kids.
He's gonna want eventually something that she can't biologically, possibly, depending on how long, produce for him, unless we go the whole, surrogate route, whatever the case may be. I feel like he's kind of like,
hold on, this is crazy.
I feel like he's knocking her down for his father.
Yeah, and if she has his kid, one of the kids' last name is gonna be Jordan, one is gonna be Pippen. This is fucking
She's the
crazy.
GOAT. She's the GOAT.
JP.
She is the GOAT. Larsa is the GOAT.
Crazy.
Give him a baby, Larsa. If you can hear me right now, girl, go get you a chip.
You know the common denominator.
Go get you a ring.
They all looking for the same thing.
What?
Because
clout?
Not clout, but like they missing that type of love and that respect because they're both known
under
from somebody else.
Ooh.
So Marcus Jordan is like, yo, bro, you don't play basketball, yo, Jordan should have just.
Fuck your shit,
The
black
wife
man.
should have just swallowed you. Like, you know how black people do. They go,
Right,
they'll violate you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he feel like, damn, I don't play basketball. I got to do something for something.
Right.
So why not mess with my father's teammates' ex-wife?
Right.
And she feels the same way because we only know her. You Scottie Pippen wife. What did you do in your life? Even if she had businesses, we'd be like, yo, bro, you ain't do nothing. You little homie.
Yeah.
So they both need to. That's when they both.
Okay.
That's when they both. That's where their chemistry is at.
Come through with your psychology.
Right.
It's true though.
Here for it.
So you feel like, being that we speaking of that, do you feel like pleasing your mate is what you're supposed to be doing at all time?
At all times, no.
Where's the disconnect from that? Like,
When you say pleasing, I think I need a little bit more clarity because no human being is responsible for my happiness.
oh, for sure, not happiness.
So
but
when you say
just
pleasing,
acts.
like I need clarification
all right,
on that.
the things that you're supposed to do. All right, I want to have sex, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you supposed to be there sexually for me in the ways that I need it, whenever I need it, no matter when I need it?
Supposed to and do. It's like,
But if I was Scottie Pippen, yes, all day, anytime, whenever.
And even with that,
however.
eventually, listen, I give you a kid or two. I know I get alimony and child support. I mean, I'm going to get paid either way. The point I'm making is,
You see this, JC? You
right.
JC?
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I mean, it is what it is. You do have an obligation, in my opinion, to please your mate. But it becomes that what is the sacrifice to you? Because if I am bone tired and anytime, anywhere in my Janet Jackson voice, you always want it. What is that saying about what you feel about my needs? Are you not being receptive to the fact that I might be tired? It becomes selfishness. So yes, I do feel that you have an obligation to your mate to fulfill certain desires and wants that they have, but not at the detriment to yourself all the time. No, because then that's where resentment comes in.
Right.
I believe in compromise, though. Like
resentment for both of them because say if he says, yo, honestly, I just want to clap all day and night. Right. And then she says, you know what? I want to go shopping all day and night.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't that go hand in hand in a way?
No, that's called a transaction.
Well?
That's a transaction. But when I'm
no, it's not the transaction.
It's a transaction.
No. This
transactionary.
No. He's basically saying this is the type of shit she likes to do, and this is what he likes to do.
Again, it is.
It's not. He's not doing it. They're not doing it. We're not.
When you say
sex.
no. When I say transactionary, you're automatically going to financial beneficiaries, right?
No, I'm just talking about,
transactionary
like,
means
sex
it's
for
a trade. It's a trade-off.
No, not
this is what I like to do, and this is what you like to do. And so again, is what is the word I just used, compromise. You have to compromise. Anytime in any relationship, be it sexual, marital, platonic, there is a compromise of some sort of what people of each person who was in the relationship. Platonically, I don't agree with and want to do everything my friend does. Okay, she might like to go to the butterfly museum. Again, I like to shop. Guess what? At some point, I got to go watch these fucking butterflies that I don't really want to watch because I love her. That's my friend. This is what she's into. I want to be supportive. Compromise. A lot of times people are not willing to compromise because of their own selfishness.
So you hold on. I love when people just give me my own answer. So basically, you would do something for your friend that you really don't want to do.
Absolutely.
Do you think women have that same mentality with their men?
Absolutely.
Imagine.
You know, you are always so.
Imagine.
I don't know if I want to slap you or dap you.
I mean,
do you know how much we sacrifice for y'all crusty asses?
What?
Yes. If any woman has a baby, we sacrifice our bodies.
And we sacrifice our 18 years because we're going to be on child support if we don't.
Wow, every man is not on child support. Stop your bullshit.
You have 9 months.
Until you give up a stretch mark, until you give up stitches in your perineum that I didn't even know I had until I had a kid, And for those men who don't know, that's the little part between your vagina and your asshole
Your
that
gooch?
splits because you pushed out your big-headed ass fucking kid. You can't tell me about sacrifice.
We did. Listen,
All right,
we did.
I follow
We did.
this. Sis.
We did.
Women's History
We did
Month.
Vietnam. We did civil rights. So
I will
for them,
kick
we gotta
you.
fight. We
I
gotta
will
fight
kick
wars.
So
you.
for them to say,
We set y'all up to do the civil rights.
You carry a baby for 9 months. That's what's
We got
up.
hold on. We got to
What?
go to
That's
war.
what's up.
Hold on. We had to go to war and die for y'all because y'all was not coming to war
First
to
of all,
die.
as Muhammad Ali said, ain't no Vietnam ever called me nigga. So I'm gonna need y'all to take Vietnam War. Black men.
I'm talking about just in general though.
Oh,
We're-
oh,
we-
about to say.
I was gonna say something so wild.
I'm about to say. You
I was
know,
gonna go
Say it,
crazy, but I'm
say
gonna
it.
Go
chill.
ahead, go.
I was gonna say Muhammad Ali. I won't do it. Go ahead.
You know what? Don't
I ain't
tell
gonna
me
say.
how-
He's a good guy.
We
He's a
need
great fighter.
sponsors. Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't
right,
do
right,
it.
right.
won't
I'm
do
the
that.
Yeah,
greatest.
but I feel like men sacrifice their bodies by going to have to work and make sure the household is good and
Stop it,
protect.
stop.
Hold on,
Stop
and
it, I
protect
said.
y'all and everything all day. The same way y'all just had to carry the baby.
Ooh, child.
Imagine you work mad. You work. You bust your ass. You work hard.
Uh-huh.
Where's the coffee
For a
meter?
woman that will give you an attitude.
A attitude for working hard for them.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like y'all goddamn granddaddies. Okay?
But at the end of the
let
day-
me put it
At the end of
down
the
for
day, it
you
is
new
Women's
generation
Month.
Negroes. Okay,
It's Women's
you are
Month.
not your daddy. You
Uh-huh.
ain't your pop. You ain't your great grandpapa. Because see, them niggas right there, they deserve the type of treatment that our grandmamas, our big mamas, our me mamas gave.
Why?
Okay, because they actually went to work and left them in the house to take care of just the house and the children. Y'all motherfuckers want your dick sucked at the door. You want ass on demand, and you want us not to have an attitude, and a bitch got to work 9 to 5, sir.
and-
Sir,
hold on, hold on.
sir.
And then y'all
Sir,
want- hold on.
I'm gonna need you to chill.
Hold on, and y'all-
I'm gonna need you to chill.
Y'all want all
I'm
of-
gonna need you to
Y'all-
chill.
y'all want-
Look at
hold
the
on, hold
tone
on.
she said that
Exactly.
in. It just
Hold on.
goes
Very
to show
angry,
you.
angry black fucking woman.
and-
Women's History Month, angry black woman.
And then y'all want
do much.
y'all want granddad, but y'all don't want us to have that second family like granddad had.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Granddad was,
You right.
Granddad was
You right.
holding it down and had that second
You know
family.
why we don't want you to have that second
You know,
family?
Charles, you know how Charles did?
Yeah.
He was about to have a second family on
The
BMF.
fish
When
don't
the-
fry in the kitchen.
When the family went on me to have the funeral. But
Right.
you know why we not willing to do that? Because grandma ain't have a fucking PhD and she wasn't an entrepreneur. She was in the house depending on Charles' check.
Mm-hmm.
Charles was in charge. It costs to be the boss. And now
Right.
that I can provide my own bills and pay for you too, I don't need you to pull a seat up to the table because I built the fucking table. So no, I
right,
will not
and-
be.
and
You
be
will not
fine-
be Charles in charge.
And be fine
And
at the
Charlene.
table. And be fine at the table with them children eating y'all together. Do not ask for none of my money to come on this fucking table.
Man,
Exactly.
I
Since you're
digress
so
with that.
strong, since y'all so strong,
I am.
Don't. That's what I'm
And
saying.
is.
No, yeah, but
And is.
I'm just saying this is a general statement. So this is so strong that y'all shouldn't be asking for shit.
I want a strong portion of your fucking salary too.
The
I don't
whole
give a fuck how strong I am.
17%. The whole 17%.
Who
But
told
that's
you that
crazy,
you get
though.
to ride off into the sunset?
Isn't
living fancy foot
it
free and
amazing
fancy?
how they come in with 1/3 and leave out with a half?
I
Right.
want half,
The
Eddie.
greatest investment
I want half,
a
Eddie.
woman can make is in a marriage.
Wow, a greatest. So I mean,
And I just made that up. You see, it's like it's
Yeah.
just flow.
I'm
But it's
going to
true
disagree
though.
with you right
A greatest
now
investment because she'll come with a
there are
little
too
bit
many
and leave
men-
with half.
There are too
How
many
was that?
women. There are too many women who are now paying high sums of alimony. So I'm going to disagree with that.
Okay.
And guess what? Unfortunately, they should.
Exactly.
For their attitude for the last 2 decades. You want to be
They go
INDEPENDENT? You want to be independent? Yeah.
She got her
Independently pay their alimony. You want to be
Right.
big homie? Do what big homie does.
That's fucked
Right.
up.
But that's the thing. I just don't understand. Like how you just said that. Like none of us niggas, none of these people, these guys are their grandfathers. But y'all would never want to live that life. Real talk. Y'all would not
I don't-
want to be
says who?
this kept at
Says
home
who?
woman while
I
this man is
would.
out there working. and
I promise you, I would.
you say that now until you have to worry about certain shit. Like you can't just go out and leave and be like, no, you got to stay home with these kids. You
We
can't
already
just
do
go
that.
you can't go do the brunch. You can't do none of that.
What Casamiga? Well, I'm not signing
You
up for
can't-
that because I like brunch.
Exactly.
But,
That's what I'm saying.
I live for a good brunch.
And none of y'all women today are grandma.
Well, I just
None of
told
y'all
you.
are
I just
great-grandma.
told you why we're not grandma.
Because y'all got
And
education.
are y'all even really a
Because y'all got-
mother?
'cause
Hold on, I'm about to be on my
Cause
Tune Day.
Because y'all got the right
Hold on.
Did you say are we a
Because
mother?
because the grandmothers back then, right? They never told their kids to go against the father. Do the mothers of today do that now?
all day.
Grandma was dumb.
Do the mothers of today turn their kids against their father?
I don't know. Do they? I don't.
Oh,
know.
Whether the father's in his glory or if he's not, it's always something negative when the father's not
I don't
around.
know about that.
It is.
You see, I don't know. I'm seeing the light. I don't.
I heard my man before we started the show said, "Yo, I don't live with my kid anymore, but when I did, I don't live with him anymore. But when I see him, everything is I have to give. I have to buy him.
But who says that's coming from the mother?
That's that. Listen, the parent that has the
You kidding me?
the parent that has the what is it, the custodial parent
Has the most influence.
has the most influence.
Okay.
So that's usually where it comes
Because if
from.
a kid had real influence, he would have been like, "Yo, mommy, I'm not happy with you until you get back with daddy."
What?
How about that one?
Well, you know, your daddy was fucking bitches and beating
See,
my ass.
but there you
so I
go.
don't
There
think
you go.
I
But
don't
daddy
think
would.
you might
But
not
daddy
wanna do
never
that.
talks to the kid and tells none of the business.
Cause daddy
make
want to
them-
look good.
No,
Why
no,
would
it
he?
ain't, it ain't about
Why
look good.
would
It's
he?
just-
He don't
Let me tell
violate
you
you.
something.
We
Let me
not
tell you
trying
something. Let
to-
me tell you something. In 9 times, listen, we gonna put it where it is, right? If daddy really told what the fuck he did, the kid would look at daddy in a whole nother motherfucking light.
They look at him in
Guess what? No, they look at him in
the mother already told.
But you're saying that you're looking at him in the light from the influence, right? Because they're the custodial, which means they're there. Which we're not even going to get on the Aki part. They're there. They're here. But they have it from an influence. But if daddy really told the story about what happened in the household, if it could be from finances, it could be from maybe I was in the streets and I didn't do X, Y, and Z. But a lot of times, daddy wants to portray this issue like it was all mommy and if I could have, should have, would have been, and I could have, but I'm here now. No, fuck that. No, you don't get to talk about what you hear now. Because at the end of the day, children need time. Children need to have somebody present. And it doesn't matter what the bullshit of whatever you feel it is or say it is. You got to be there. You won't have a picture to paint if you are part of the portrait.
So how many chance? So we only allotted one chance? Because the way you making it sound like, oh, no, you got to do it now. Like you just
Come on, man. Even Biggie had one more chance. Man.
Exactly. Like that's the problem. We quick to certain women nowadays are quick to just throw away the father figure because they didn't figure out how to make the father be who they wanted them to be.
Baby, I ain't got time to build no biz. Go to Build a Bill workshop.
That's the problem.
I'm not finna do
it takes a village, but
village?
But you can have a fight.
Where's my village?
Women can have fights
Where
with
the
their
hell is my village? Casamiga, please.
Yeah, with your best friend.
Wow.
With your best friend that you let them come back in your life multiple times after they done did some bullshit, talk shit about
is
you,
true.
and did all the bullshit that.
So you're telling me women don't give men multiple chances?
Hell no, they do
You's
when
a
it's convenient for them.
It
But when
doesn't matter. We're not talking about convenience. Maybe it might be convenient for me to make out with my BFF. The point I'm making is
I'm talking about for your kids, though.
Do women,
for the kids?
You don't. So you really don't believe that women give men multiple chances to get it right?
Absolutely not.
No, because they give them, because you know what, they give them these ultimatums.
Y'all capping.
They
y'all capping.
Okay.
Y'all cap.
All right, we gotta move on.
Moving around and moving along.
we gotta.
You want to see your kid again? Do you want to see your kid again? Come on, man.
You trying to say they holding their kids hostage?
You know what they do. That's one of the. That's one of the main
I would never tell y'all a lie.
That's one of the main.
Even though it's y'all month, I will never tell y'all a lie.
Maury, get the lie detector test.
The mentality is different for the women now.
Right.
And I just want black men to understand it and adapt and adjust to it. So being that their attitude is crazy now, right? Now when the black man says, you know what? Unfortunately, I don't think the black woman is for me anymore. And we have to accept it and understand it. You know what? You're absolutely right. And we have to move on. And it is what it is. We're not going to say we don't want black women. We're just going to say, you know what? we tried hard and we're not meshing
y'all
together.
already do that.
We're not meshing together.
Y'all already do that, sir. I think it's time for the black woman to get on the same train that you guys are going.
Black women have been doing it.
No, absolutely we're
black
not.
Women have been dismissing black men for a while now.
Statistically, you can Google it. If you don't believe me, take it to the
praise
bank.
the city. Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy right now.
Black women are the only women who date categorically in their race group compared to any other peers, and definitely at a way higher rate than black men who date outside their race. So when you say, chugga chugga choo choo, I agree. I think more black women need to get on that train, because then maybe our options would be more vast.
And guess what,
Charles?
I see more
women file for divorce than men, correct?
Right. And I see more mixed kids with white men and black women.
You's a motherfucker.
I'm what?
Y'all mix y'all seed with everything but what your mammy look
like.
But
black seed oil, right?
Right. Yeah. Black seed oil ain't even black. It's multicultural seed. Don't do us.
So JC, I see you have a lot to say also with black women just in general, right? How they are,
That's destructive to our immune system. Good.
Right.
Oh, Lord, Jesus,
you are the son of a black woman. Where did you get that mindset from?
You know what's so funny? Like every time I put up a video or clip, people think I'm talking about other people. But how do you know I'm not talking about myself and the experiences that I've been through?
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's where it all stems from. What I've been through. Like I'm married now, but I had to build my wife up. That's what people don't understand. Like me and my wife, we laugh and joke now, but it was not like that at first. It was tough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was a grind. You know what I'm saying? I told myself, I said, you know what? We both had the opportunity to say, like, you know what? Take care of yourself, be good. But I said, you know what? I want to change the dynamic of the black family. So you know what? Let me push a little bit harder. Let me try to see if I can mold this lady, and let me mold myself at the same time. And black people have been through a lot of trauma. So it's like once we get through the trauma part or talk about it, heal ourselves, then we could push through. But a lot of black people don't want to fight. They don't want to fight for nothing. That's why they easily give up. On anything a black person will easily give up. So I said, you know what? If I want to have a lifeline for my legacy to live on, I'm not going to give up like that. But when I do talk like that, I'm talking about the situations that I've been through. Have you ever been with a sister that tried to take away your kids from you? Have you ever been with a sister that didn't try to call the cops on you? Have you ever been with a sister that didn't try to test your manhood? Because that has all happened to me. I'm not talking to try to get clout. I'm talking from experience. This is what has happened. And it's funny, we grew out of it, or me and her is good now, but I still see thousands of other black people in that same situation. So I know I'm not the only one. But do they have the fight or the courage to get out of it? Or you know what? Let me do this. I don't want my sons or my daughter growing up in a single household. Let me change that. My mom's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's time for a change. It will never change if it's not with us. We can always blame the white person, but it's time for us to be accountable for what we do.
You think nowadays men stay for the family or for the kids? Like before, it used to be like the woman be like, "Oh, I'm staying for the kids," but do you feel like now it's like men staying for the children? Like,
no, because I ain't gonna lie to you. In my in my beginning stages, my shit was like, a real talk. That's two birds with one stone. Fuck her and him. No. In your glory,
I'm glad you said it out loud.
I'm being real. I'm keeping it. When you in your zone, man, fuck all these niggas, man.
I'm glad you
fuck
said
my
it.
kid and fuck her. They can have themselves. They can clap each other. Like, you start wilding out, but you like, you know what? After you calm down,
after
you know what?
Calm down.
You be like, you know what? Nah, that's not right. That's my son. You know what I mean? Like, that's you know what I mean. But I ain't gonna lie to you. The sisters will do it to you, son. They'll push you, real talk. And you be like, you know what? They'll talk to you like you're a little kid. You be like, yo, first of all, there's no respect. So why should I be around anybody that doesn't respect me? Okay. And for me to try to gain my respect, it's a lot. And it'll take you out of your element. And as a person, you never want to get out of your element at all.
I'm just curious, though, just to touch on what you said, because I know you don't per se mean that, but How is it that black men, since this, very on black women, how is it that black men can get to that point where you say fuck those kids and really fuck those kids?
Because they not like we start to get in a selfish state of mind. And if things don't go good for us, it ain't going good for nobody else. And I don't care if I'm hurting my child's feelings, or I don't care how my kids see me at the time. I care about myself first. But you got to know, when you bring a kid in this world, sacrifices have to be made. You have to put yourself second. Like, think about it like this. Like, no matter what I do, I always think about somebody looking at me like, yo, nah, that's not right. Like, nah, don't do that. And I have that vision in my mind. So imagine your own kid doing that to you. You would second guess the decisions you make and how you talk. How many black fathers and mothers argue in front of their kids? Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, their kids know what's going on. Then all of a sudden, the kid is their mother's best friend. Mm. Now it's like, oh, hey, yo, daddy, mama, why you crying? Mom, why you crying? Even to this day, if my wife cry about anything, not me, these days, right? But if she cry about something else, you should see my youngest son's face.
Looking at you like, what the fuck?
Nah, not even me, but like, he'll be playing the Switch and whatever, and he'll just, the way he'll look at her, I'll be like, yo, you a bird, son. You a sucker. But I said, you know what? I respect it because like it's a connection.
It's
It's a connection. So it's like black families have to stay together.
Right.
So we could reverse a lot of things. If we stand up for ourselves, we be good. But it's like, it take a lot for us to build in a house. It takes a lot. Like one little thing, like, what the fuck him? I don't need him anyway because over here, he got this, he got that. And it's like, now the black guy feels like this. Now he feels like for him to be on this level, he got to do illegal things or do whatever. He has to become a success overnight in the household. A woman will make you feel like you have to become a success overnight in your own house.
Right.
Being that you're not a success, just being there, your presence is not enough. Perception. With the females of these days. Perception. Not saying all, right? But it is very hard for the brother to come through.
I always hear about our mouths, and I think that is one thing that as a woman, I could definitely say, like, we know how to use words to hurt. And men, because, most men aren't really verbal anyway. It's like, you want something? You want, So it's like, I can't beat you that way. It manifest into sometimes physicality or storming out or leaving because you just do not have the verbiage to go back and forth. So I can understand that part.
If a woman asks a man, does he want something? He says, right, right. That means she don't know him like that. She doesn't know what he needs, or she doesn't take the time out to know what he needs. But I guarantee you, a woman that is not married to him will know what he needs
immediately.
Because we too like people get.
So what he married her for? Because apparently, when he married her, she knew what he wanted.
No, that's not true. They married each other because they wanted to get things done together. That's what that was.
That's bullshit. Most people. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question, Sha. How long were you with your wife before you married her?
4 or 5 years. 5 years.
You wasn't getting to know her. How long was you with your wife before you married her? I think about it too long. I was together for a real long time.
Yeah, you think? I think I lied. Look at.
I know you did. I was gonna let you be there.
16 joints.
16 years, right? So at this point, y'all are not getting to know each other. You're just finalizing what already was. So I say that to say, when you married your wife, you knew that she knew that what you wanted. It's not that. It's just that it's the communication. Men communicate differently from women. It is also why men have heart attacks and other internal diseases at a higher rate, because you guys hold things in. That's just the nature of you. If it's not of utmost importance, if it's not something that's crucial that needs to be talked about, it's like, okay, we simplify it. Whereas women, we're chatty patties. We need that. That's why we'll talk with our girlfriends after we just left brunch with them for another extra hour. Okay. We just need that.
Does a man need a chatty patty woman?
It's not about
if the house is supposed to be your peace. Do you think let me not say, is that healthy for a relationship to be chatty patty?
Why isn't it?
Oh, she's like things that you think is normal is not normal.
Why isn't
it shouldn't be normal.
No, see, you see what you said? It shouldn't be. That is of opinions. That doesn't mean to make it factual. Because it goes back to what me and you were just talking about. What if that's what I desire? What if I like to communicate? What if I like to chatter?
No.
No.
What you mean? No, hold on.
See,
What's your
chatty
definition of
patty
chatty?
Chatty patty is anything. Like, you know what? Baby, I really want to get my hair done. You know what? I was talking with Candace the other day, and she was telling me about like when she went to Cancun. I really think we should go to Cancun. We need to get a trip. That might be me. That's who I am. That's a chatty patty. She just chattering.
Okay.
I'm thinking about, but you know what? When I really thought about it, let me give you some real clarification. When I really, as I sat down and like really thought about it, sometimes it could seem like I'm mad harsh on the woman, right?
So
you know what? Let me back up a little bit. Let me not for real. I'm not like that. I'm not like that because the way I talk, it'll seem like I'm single, I'm wild, I'm a maniac. I don't care about women. It's nothing like that. But it's that people need to be healed. That's number one. Number two, black men control everything, but they lose control when they let their emotions get involved. They don't know how to be strong-minded. So like, say like, if I'm walking down the street with my wife and other people are looking at her, I would be ready to fight and ready to like, yo, real talk, da-da-da. But now if I was walking down the street with a different woman and somebody else was looking at her, I would take that as a compliment. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, they like her, they feeling her. But when a person with their wife, they'd be like, you'd be like, your word.
It's territorial.
It's territorial, but it's like a person has the same mentality that he has when a woman that's not his wife, he has to have that same mentality for his wife. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's the same way you would, like, every day is a new day. It's probation. You got to treat it like a newborn baby.
You know why? Because she has you traumatized that you need to fucking protect her and make sure nobody's doing nothing.
Y'all are horrible doing what
yo, I was on the Ave. I got a beef patty and a soda. And yo, the person serving me gave me an attitude, yo.
Kill him.
So now what? Now when I'm in the Ave now, feel me? I'm trying to get a sunwear tee. Now I want to see.
But it goes back to what you said about trauma. What if I never felt protected in my life? I hate the quote color purple, but I had to fight all my life. And so when I'm looking for my mate, I'm looking and I'm my criteria is protection. So sometimes what we feel that you're doing as a form of, I just want you to go and defend. No, it's I need to feel protected. When you go do that, that makes me feel like he loves me because he's willing to protect me. And I think we're, like you said, we got to do the work and be healed because everybody's looking at it from what we want to put you in. But sometimes what if that makes her feel secure?
And this is why unfortunately, a lot of black couples fail because they come into the relationship not being authentic.
They hurt.
They both hurt. We all hurt. I'm still hurt from slavery days. And I haven't been through slavery, but you feel me? I still feel the effects. So it's like I'm coming to a relationship like guarded, fake pride. I'm good. I'm popped, but I'm gonna act like I have mad money, or I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm insecure, but I'm acting like I'm secure because I don't want this woman to try to demean me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what happens.
Do you think women at times play psychological games with men in order for them to get their way?
Is this Women's History Month?
It is. That's why we're talking about women.
Okay.
Weak-minded men. That's why, like, unfortunately, you know, when a woman cries, I hate to say it, but I don't have no sympathy for it.
What?
Because, right?
I can't stand that.
Hold on. You know why? It's called crocodile tears. You know why? Because this is how they set you up, right? Like I said, my book is coming soon.
I'm about to cry right now.
What?
Like I said, right? Hold on. I'm gonna give you this example, right?
Women is full of shit.
Let me tell you how, unfortunately, the white man and how the black woman are twins. A black woman will cry.
Whoa. I don't want to be his twin.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. When a black woman cries, right? It's usually like, it's kind of, I hate to say it, I don't think it's really authentic like that. So it's like, it's like they'll cry 1 second, but then do something greasy or grimy to you the next minute, right? So that's like, you know what, you're cap. You wasn't really crying. If you was really crying, you wouldn't have did the greasy shit that you did. Now let's go to the white man now. The white man will say, hey, how you doing, man? How's everything? Everything good? All right, cool. At the end of the day, you have an email saying, you know what? Thank you for working with us. It was a pleasure. And that's a fact. White men set you up, right? They have you thinking everything is good, but it's really not for your best interest at the end of the day. Same thing with a woman. She cries, you feel bad for you okay? And she did some grimy shit.
Right.
And you're a sucker for comforting somebody with some grimy. Nah.
So if I'm crying because Charles made an outside family down the street that came with the funeral.
That's an authentic way to cry. That's authentic.
So if
tears.
I'm crying because, he rode my car around all day, put it on gas, and then I found out on social media the bitch posted ad. If I'm crying because
that's a legit way to cry. That's a legit way to cry.
He got locked up after I told him not to fuck with his friends because I knew that nigga was snitching, and then now I got to do this bid. If I'm crying because all of a sudden I work 70 hours and I come home and the house isn't clean and I have to take care, like, where you're losing me with the authenticity, because it's leading me to believe that you're not around genuine people, because there are actual valid reasons that Black women cry. I'm sorry, but during this month of women's history, and I'm a Black woman 365, 24/7,
right on.
There are a lot of things that we deal with that, although, yes, I know, Black men, it is hard for you in this world. I don't negate that. I have the same type of issues, maybe not as more effective than you, but I have those same issues too. I am viewed as the angry Black woman at work soon as because Karen got upset because I answered the question incorrectly, and now I have to come home, drop my pants, and give you head and be happy and kick up my heels. No, baby, no. Sometimes these tears are very valid. Sometimes these tears are not manipulation. They are frustration. Change the shun. Thank you. Moving along.
If a black woman is at a workplace, right?
Yes.
And she like they allegedly mistreated her
allegedly,
at work, right?
Ooh,
Hold on, right?
Jesus, not the
allegedly
alleged.
Mistreated her, right? I guarantee you she left out some important parts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with that white bitch anyway. Huh? You think nobody heard that? You think nobody heard you? So now when they act on that, now the tears come. Am I getting closer to the nucleus?
Not even at all, because you just was complaining about the white man sending you an email talking about you ain't working no more. Maybe we missed the fact that your lazy ass was late.
No, it's the same thing.
I don't know. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not, because many Black people, we do face different stereotypes, especially the higher that we go in companies and organizations. We face different forms of racism that aren't as blatant, that make our jobs very hard to do, because you have people who don't want you to do your job simply because of the color of your skin.
And maybe all that pressure that you guys got to do, that's probably what's affecting your relationship at home.
It most definitely does. It definitely does.
No.
A is for what? No. Accountability. I need you to be accountable that we do face different scrutinies and harshness at our jobs.
I'm gonna be accountable for my book that's coming out very soon.
I can't wait to read it.
The white man's best friend is a Black woman. Because Black and slaves. Hold on. It's all fun and games, but it's not, because people might shed a tear to this one right here, right? Back in slavery days, white men, what are they called? Buck breaking? They was buck breaking Black men. And nowadays, don't you see Black women doing the same thing right now?
No.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
He's broke. He's a bum. Da-da-da. She'll blast you in public and it'll be a scene. And that's a fact. Ooh, Black women don't keep their business inside the household. What's the name of your
book? Black women he haters? Like, what's the name of your book? Because you don't like Black women.
Never. It's not that.
You know how Kanye told him George Bush don't like Black people? You don't like Black women.
It's not that. It's not that. I'm just exploiting how they act. How do you think we fit?
Could you? No, ain't no we. This is a you. How could you ever in your mind compare us, the ones who would go and put our bodies on the line so that you wouldn't get beat, go lay down and give this white man pussy and act like you enjoy it because they don't want their fucking Black son to be lynched? How could you ever compare us to them? How?
I said because...
No. Stand on what you said.
Y'all do the same now.
What do we do? Because we complain. There's a difference between complaining and degrading.
What about actions?
What actions?
All right, listen, right?
No. Stick to your topic. What action negates the fact that we, Black women, are comparable to white people who hate black men. Because that's what you're saying. We hate black men.
That's how y'all act.
No, that's what you perceive.
That's what it is.
That's your perception.
It's not perception.
That's perception.
How many people you know that's married? That's black.
I know a lot. Change your circle and you'll change the people who you see who are married. That is a narrative that black people don't get married. And even if they aren't married, how many black people do you know who have been living in relationships, raising their kids? They might not be legally married, but they have been together for forever and a day. Way longer than people who have been married.
There's a lot of single households.
We ain't talking about... I want you to stand on what you just said about
it's
the fact
true,
that...
though.
It's not true.
Yes,
That's
it
perception.
is.
That is
the way how white men treated black men back in the day is how the black woman will treat a black man to this day right now.
Like what?
Embarrassing them, taking his kids. It's a lot. Yo, they do it. They don't come from a place of love anymore.
So
they
what
don't.
black men do? What black men do that's so admirable?
They do what they do to survive. And still I see no changes. All I see is racist.
All right, y'all.
Woo.
Thank y'all for tuning in to this latest episode of Conversations on Film with Shatek on the Beatsonfilm network. It was a great conversation.
And black men do cheat.
And black sisters have natural hair.
And do as I move these 22 natural inches that go down to my bra strap. Now moving around and moving along.
All right. We have Jada G. We have JC the Light.
Spiritual healer, the love doctor.
He don't like black women.
Stop. Stop.
We out of here.
All right.
Whoa, Shatek.